Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much? Extra, extra. How much?
BA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Today, our new season begins with an NFC South matchup between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go! Check smash!
They'll start this drive out on the ground. They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. Second and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They'll keep it on the ground. Hawkins. So that time they get the tight end on the hold.
Normally he's a pretty good run blocker, but this time he just didn't get his arms extended and let go quickly enough. The flag came out as a result.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. Tua going to throw. And that's caught. It's Bryan Edwards. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. That right there is the inauspicious start that they were hoping to avoid, the turnover on the first possession.
I love how you use those college-bound words like that, inauspicious. Well done. I really appreciate that. But here's the thing for me. I'm just wondering if their game plan is incorrect. You know, I think they felt like they could come in and throw it around pretty well. That interception early, they may rethink how they go about attacking.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A big pickup of 38.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? And he was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
And according to Next Gen Stats, his top speed on that one, better than 20 miles an hour.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 47 yards rushing for him now. What a drive for him to kick off the new season.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here we go.
From the 3, second and a yard. Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
11 MT, 11 MT, 11 90, 11 90, 11 11 11.
Now they send a man in motion right. Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's second and a yard. Now they'll bring one of their tight ends in motion right. On second down, Kamara. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. This will be a loss of 3 and now a much tougher third down looming.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
11 MT, 11 MT.
Burrow looking to pass. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And the Panthers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
And that felt like a little extra pressure on that third down attempt, and their mistake cost them points because they're inside the red zone. So you know you've got at least a field goal waiting for you. And in this case, they end up with nothing.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go.
They got the ball now following a big play, keeping the other guys out of the end zone. Now they'll start deep in their own territory, 1st and 10.
They begin the drive with Williams. And he's dropped just shy of the 25 at the 24. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
run on first down. It's Hawkins. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Ultra.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here's Tagovailoa on 1st and 10. Open man is Uzomah. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
On first down, Hawkins. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Here's Tua. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hawkins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early in the first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Uses the stiff arm. That good for 19 and a first down. We're scoreless after 1. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
Now a give right side. It's Hawkins. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. And the tight end goes in motion left. On 2nd down, it's Hawkins. And the Panthers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's able to take this inside the 10 to the 8. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Ready.
A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
Strike. Check strike. Ready.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Let's just make this one succinct. Nice job there. All 11 guys on defense diagnosing the jet sweep and putting it down.
Let's go.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal.
Ready.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal.
Okay, ready.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Now Tua. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on 3rd down. So far, only allowed 1 conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Hopkins' kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
Following the made field goal for 3, Hopkins now to kick it off. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their 2nd drive here, the ballgame, Charles. Remember last time they threw the interception, but the defense held up. It bent a little but didn't break, only giving up the 3 points.
Yeah, obviously they left some points on the table there their last time out, but boy, they have to thank their defense for holding the opposition just 3 after they threw the pick. Their turn now. Back out on the field, put together a good drive, and get some points of their own.
Gun.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a quarterback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
Here we go.
The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. Now Burrow. And the catch made. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 3rd. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Hawkins. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
They suspected it was a power play up the middle coming at them, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on 1st down.
Here we go.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
Ran a perfect defense in this situation.
would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
The Panthers on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll try the left side. It's Hawkins. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So it's pretty simple, partner. You pick up a turnover, set you up in excellent field position. The last thing you want to do is go 3 and out in this spot.
Yeah, they would have had to settle for a field goal attempt, but now they keep those. Right back to him on first down. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Opposite. Read.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. Tua sets up to pass it. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Here we go.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Tagovailoa working out of the gun and trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked by Logan Wilson, and the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
And as we've seen, points have been precious so far, and they just threw something away on that snap. And look, let's face it, as we advance further into this game, that play will be on the minds of everyone who's watching it. They wonder if this is the turning point. Is this the spot where those points were given away and could cost them a ball game?
Here we go. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis.
On 1. Ready?
Throwing now, Burrow on first down. They'll get this out to Kamara. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay gain.
From the 22, Burrow. Back to Kamara for another catch. And they're able to get this one across the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
Thus far, it hasn't been a real fun half for them, but a play like that may get them off the schneid a little bit, get them loosened up and moving.
Kind of seems like they've been sleepwalking and still sitting on 0 points.
And it's not always making an adjustment. Sometimes it's just going back to what you know can work and finally getting it done.
Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Here we go.
Second down and 6 now from the 42. He completes it to Ridley. And that's a touchdown, but hold on. There is a flag down on the field. We'll have to see what this is about.
What's this say?
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now the Saints will use their third and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. And Burrow going to throw again. Alvin Kamara reeling it in on back-to-back plays. It's another first down as they look his way again, this time 19 yards. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
11.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. That's complete. Bernard. Just a gain of a couple there. And it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go. Here we go.
To throw again on second down. Burrow. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
That's a really nice job there by the coverage, understanding that they're in a high-stakes situation. If he doesn't make a play on that ball, there's an excellent chance it ends up either as a touchdown or as a nice gain downfield.
Here we go. Here we go.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down.
11 MT. 11 MT. 12.
Again, it's Burrow. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
And the Panthers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage. Not that it matters as the final seconds tick away. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively. Virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2.
From the 35, back to work on 2nd and 4.
They run it again with Kamara.
And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped it. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
Here we go.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. That ball caught. It's Mark Andrews, the tight end. And he is going to have a Saints first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Let's get set.
They go play action with Burrow. That's into the hands of his tight end, Will Dissly. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards, the final tally.
A couple of first downs right in succession, and this is an offense that could really use a good drive, and they're off to a fast start here.
First down, here's Burrow. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Kamara up the middle. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Randy Gregory. loss of 12 that time.
And just when the offense seemed to be figuring things out, they have a little bit of a setback there. Finally getting a drive going. They can't let that stop them, especially since they've been shut out this far in.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Well, a close game, second half. You obviously hate to leave 3 out on the field.
Especially in a game like this when you know points are hard to come by. That was one of their best opportunities so far, and they come away with nothing.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. Their defense has pitched the shutout. Now they probably need to deliver a little breathing room, maybe make it a 2-score game as they've got it 1st and 10. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Nice run defense presented there, and what I mean by that is discipline. Guys filling the right gaps in the right holes, no one over pursuing, and making a very nice play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
17. Ready?
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Back-to-back runs, I'd say that encompassed maximum effort for minimal gain.
Minimal yardage, and now they're going to need something more than minimal on this play coming up. 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. Tua going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
Good, clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get them off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And with the way this offense has played thus far, to be frank, they got to feel pretty grateful to be in the ball game.
I would agree with you totally because they've done all of nothing offensively in this game, yet they still find themselves in a position on this drive where a touchdown can give them the lead. They need to take advantage of it.
And they're still looking for that first touchdown here in the 3rd quarter. All they have so far, the field goal. Second and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Burrow on play action. Rolling to his left. And this is into the hands of Andrews downfield. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Burrow will throw. Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky. Oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Nothing in that. 10. A 10th carry for Kamara. 66 yards rushing for him now to this point.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
Kamara trying the right side. And he'll get a couple here down to the 22.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Here we go.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
On 2, ready?
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
I don't know about you, but that almost felt like old-time football there. 3rd and 2 is not necessarily just a running down anymore. A lot of times they want to throw the ball. They went back to the roots and powered forward and got the first down.
11 mighty. 11 mighty.
From the red zone now, here's Burrow first down. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And the Panthers are going to take possession of the football. So they get the interception and almost as importantly, a big return after that.
And who was the guy that saved the touchdown, partner? The guy who threw the interception. A lot of times, he just gives it the old Olay, but give him credit. He went old school. He was determined not to make this a pick six, and he got there in time to make the tackle.
Ready.
Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They run the counter. Hawkins. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. They tried to run the counter, just that the defense wasn't fooled.
And when they're not fooled, you see the end result. Because what you're doing there, you mentioned the counter. You're using your offensive linemen sometimes to pull or move to influence the defensive front to go in that direction and create the space back in the other side and block it appropriately. But you're exactly right. Didn't move him. Sat there waiting for him and made the play.
Touchdown! An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers are able to build on to their 4th quarter lead. Well, we lasted all the way to the 4th quarter without a touchdown being on the board, but here a key one to extend the lead.
Definitely, and I really doubt, though, that that's going to open the floodgates. What do you think, partner?
No, not the way that we've seen these defenses play.
Yeah, no doubt about it. They've been rock solid, but we had to know that sooner or later, someone had to surrender a touchdown, and it happened right there.
Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go. Here we go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're still in this game. Yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Here we go.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. On the run, he'll let it go deep. Right sideline. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Here we go.
The Saints on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
11 MT.
Here's Burrow. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here's Bradley Pinion now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And just a 30-yard punt that time. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. With this lead and the football, things obviously looking good, but maybe, you've taught me this before, maybe this is where the defense is hoping that the offense helps them preserve that shutout that they've got going.
And it has to be in the minds of the offense that they know how rare it is to get a shutout. So take care of them, protect them, take care of the ball, move it downfield, run the clock down. You don't want your defense to have to go on the field again the rest of the game. Reward them.
Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Hawkins, and he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football, getting to the passer, knocking it out of his hands, whatever way, they have to get the ball back.
Now can they stand tall again for a huge 4th quarter stop? And they will get this across midfield, but still well short of the first as he's dropped at the 46.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
This is taken around the 12. It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give them a good 10 yards on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a first down.
Gun. Gun. 11.
Now Burrow. Drops this off to Kamara out of the backfield. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now it's Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Boyd. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. To the air again, Burrow. And he gets this one to Ridley, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now it's Burrow. Throwing the out route, incomplete. That's Andrews. And he'll be brought down at the 27. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Here's Burrow. Throwing into traffic there, and that's complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. As the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game.
Such a tough position to defend near the line, even when you add a second defender, but the big man shrugged off the extra body and made the play call a success.
The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Throwing, Burrow. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, you get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
Now receiver in motion left. Now Burrow. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
Well, as most teams do in their two-point attempt, they pass the ball. Instead, it gets intercepted, and remember, if you pick it off, you got a chance to take it all the way back, get 2 points yourself, right?
Yeah, not the case here, but that's why you got to be really careful with those throws, especially to the outside. And it looks like the Panthers' hands team does its job. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game. And they take a knee. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And now they face a 2nd and 6 after the penalty. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
Here we go.
Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation.
Ready.
Down to an he goes Tua, and that should just about do it.